morning, everybody. It's Instructor Trucker, aka your favorite trucker. It's May 28th, 2019. This video is going to be showing y'all my 2018 579 model Peterbilt. It's raw footage. It is what it is. I just did a 10-hour break, so I'm a little tired. I did this video once and I forgot a part of inside the truck, so I ended up canceling it and waited for a good day. We're going to try to do this before it starts raining, so we're going to get right into it. As you see, I've already got my hood popped, and I've got the this truck's got the PACCAR motor. I don't know much about PACCAR. One thing I do like about this motor, and I'm sure that other ones have got it, is it's got this this right here. This is the oil spout. It's nice and, you know, big, roomy. It's not on, you know, higher up or anything like that. Motor's a little dirty. The stroke hasn't been washed. You've got your brake fluid, right? Yeah. You got the windshield washer fluid, the red right here, that's your coolant. I don't know much about PACCAR. It's been an alright motor. It's been decent. I take y'all to the other side here. Show y'all what we got over here. We got some kind of filter. Everything, you know, this motor's holding up pretty good. We got a little AC drip there. No big deal. That's what it's there for. We're gonna go ahead and close the hood. Got another PTI truck here. Hello 568. Give you a little shout out. Whenever you go and close the hood, and you've got this little red lever, you've got to actually pull that up. See it lock right there? Because if you don't, this part right here catches this and you can't close your hood. So make sure you pop that up, that way it goes in there. I'm gonna close the hood, push it from the front. It falls right into place. And this push guard, I'll show you, it's got this long bar across it. All you got to do is pull that upwards or back, because you'll see it latches right there, and you'll just grab this, pull it towards the front. It's kind of hard to do, but it's good steady. I'll go ahead and latch this side, and while we're over here, I'm going to show y'all the passenger side storage compartment. Tray rows, Alabama. You got to have the key for this one. This is where I've got all my fluids and my snow chains. PTI's rules and regulations is you can't, if you're caught putting your snow chains on, automatic termination unless you're instructed to do so. But keep plenty of fluid on me. Never want to run out. There's the AP unit. It's custom painted to the truck. My truck actually came from Prime. They ordered it from Prime. They think it was an owner-operator's truck, because truck 611 in the PTI fleet is the only one that's got the chicken lights, and we've also got the spotlights. I've got one on each side. That my truck has one on each side. The passenger side did work. I think the bulb's blown. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all the rest of the outside of the trailer. When it comes to glad hands, make sure y'all get these metal ones, and not just having your hose connected to the glad itself. Make sure you get these metal extenders. These make hooking and unhooking so much easier. And be sure to try to keep your air lines and your electrical line nice and neat. The design on this truck is a little off. The electrical line's outside when it's in the middle on the trailer, and then you've got your air lines here. If you ever have to replace your air lines, just giving you a tip, you'll notice that these newer ones have this spring on each end. Make sure the shorter spring end goes to your glad hand, the longer spring comes to the truck. I made the mistake when I had to replace these and put these on myself in Atlanta. I got them backwards. Right here, we forgot to plug these back up. If you ever see these, by the way, these are booster ports, what I call booster ports. If you ever got to boost your truck off, this is your hot and this is your ground. And they've got these little covers that should have been on there. I don't know. Wow. Anyway, I've got 2 racks on each side. These are load locks. We've got them up there to secure it to the truck. This truck's got the super singles on the back. I don't like them. I like duals. It is what it is. Show y'all this compartment. Now, this is stuff that every trucker should carry. You see, I carry a bag of tools. I've got a propane torch in here. I've got 2 bottles. Right there is my handle. Of course, I carry hand cleaner. I carry bits. This is a bit case by Roby. Got me a cobalt nut driver. I carry packs of grease just in case if I ever got to have them. Spare air hoses. I've got my hard hat, a 3rd safety vest, that orange hose right there. I actually bought that at Love's, and the way they come, they're not really good. I took mine and I cut the end of it off and put a quick connect on it, and then I've got some attachments. They're in here somewhere. Spare windshield wipers, 5th wheel puller. That is a must have. Of course, I do pull a drive van, so you always got to have straps. And I keep a flatbed winch bar. I used to flatbed, and I'm actually going back to it this week. This will be one of the last videos that I will upload under the PTI company. But I do carry this, and here's why. And I should have a video of this by itself, but I don't. Sometimes when you're hooking the trailer, you can trip your 5th wheel locking jaw, and it'll lock without it being around the kingpin on the trailer. So then what you do is you've got to pull out, you've got to release, you've got to pull the handle out like you're releasing it, and then you have to get on top of the catwalk and pry that locking jaw out. And it is a greasy job, so there's nothing better than a winch bar, and that's why I have that in here. There may be a better way. I hope there is a better way. For those you drivers that see this video, if you have a better way, please feel free to comment. Let me know. This is a learning channel. This is me me trying to teach y'all how I do things, and maybe it'll help somebody along the way. Toolbox right here. You always, if you're going to drive a truck, you've got to carry some kind of tools. I've got tools. I've got thread tape for the airlines, screwdriver, flatbeds. I've got a heavy hammer. I've got a rubber mallet, crescent wrenches, vice grips. This is definitely stuff that you gotta have. And of course, shop towels. And as you can see, that you can see your bed. Also from here, it's part of the Peterbilt. Trey Rose, Alabama. Take y'all inside. Now the floor is a little dirty because I haven't mopped it, and most of my stuff is, I ain't gonna say most, some of my stuff is already out, because I did start cleaning this truck out, so you're not going to see it fully equipped with my stuff. I'm going to show y'all some things that I personally have. One is this gel pad. I've got that thing suckered right there for your elbow. It's a 20 bucks at Love's, or any truck stop that sells them. It's about 20 bucks. It has saved my elbow a lot of pain and discomfort, I will admit. Another thing that I got is this steering wheel holder. I have mine up here. Every driver has theirs in different different places on the steering wheel. It's all personal preference. My phone mount that I use, I bought this from Love's. It's got the double suction cup. This bar is actually metal. It does flex. It came with this phone mount, which is a magnetic phone mount, and the magnets that it came with isn't strong enough for my phone, so I bought the additional phone mount. This is held up, but I will say that it's this part right here that clamps your phone. I think it's gotten a little weak, so my phone does slide down a little bit. But that's my phone mount. That's how I have it. That's how I have it mounted. Let's see if I can. Right here, this is a pen holder. I paid $8 for it at the Petro in Joplin. This is how I hang my Bluetooth headset. Here's my spotlight handle. Up here I keep my safety vest, toboggan, sunglasses. I keep my staples in there, trash bags. Over there I kept my second safety vest in case if I had a passenger with me and they had to get out too and wear a safety vest, etc, etc. There's my CB. I run a Uniden Bearcat 880. I actually really like it. I'm gonna go ahead and start this truck up. Now you're gonna hear 2 speakers go off. Should be right now. That's how this truck cycles. Once those go off, then you can start your truck. Truck started. CB's going off, all that. This right here, a lot of people don't know what this is. This is your tire pressure monitoring system. Let's see if I can get it to work. Alright. As you can see, we are looking at the front steer, which would be on the passenger side. Got 118 pounds of pressure. If I go down, got 118, 111 on the driver front drive axle. Got 113, 107, 107. So we're all pretty close. What this does is it monitors the tire pressures in your tires, of course. If one starts getting low, if you've got an air leak, this thing will let you know. One thing I also like about my truck that I don't think any other PTI truck has is I have a key fob. and can't see it. I don't know why. This is a electric lock and unlock on there. Continuing on, show you on my little dash. I do like the dash here compared to the new Freightliners. The stereo, which the new Freightliners has got a completely dash. It almost looks like a Hummer dash. It comes out, and the stereo is like way over here. I do like this. Show you these buttons. Of course, this is your volume knob. Now, this is your brightness, and this is your darkness. So as you see, I'm pressing it, and it's not doing anything. That's because it's already bright. Now, if I press this, you see it goes down. And that's important to know, because when you're driving at nighttime, this will put a glare on your eyes, and it'll make it'll strain your eyes if you don't have it adjusted properly. All of my extra gauges are right here. I'll show y'all. You've got a coolant gauge, you've got your def or gauge, your fuel gauge, RPM, MPH, you've got your oil, pressure, and then you've got your primary and secondary air tanks. Now you've got an oil temperature, you've got the transmission temperature, your manifold pressure. This is your regen or your DPF status. I'm on clean. Your miles per gallon gauge. You've got a torque gauge. You can swap it over, and this will give you your amps. Now, as you see them right here, that's not the only view that you can get. So, for instance, if I wanted to view the DPF status on a bigger scale, all you got to do is just touch it. Boom. There it is. This right here, this knob system operates this. Let's see if I can turn this sideways and maybe we can go through it. So I hit that, and this is how you hit, your settings, home time. You set your home time, which would be displayed down here. If I can, and all I did was to select it was I hit this button inward, and then you can select it and then set it so it's 640 at home, and all I'm doing is spinning inwards. We'll go back, and we're going to set it 641. And now your home time is set, and that's how you set the home time. Local time, whatever time you want shown on your clock, and what format you want. This is set for 24 hours, so I've got it set 641. Back button, and we just no warnings or anything like that. Truck info, chassis, engine, trans, ABS. That's just how you go through all of this. I'm averaging 7.4 in this truck. That's how you work all of that. This is your engine brake. Turn it on, off. This is your settings. As you can see, you've got a little dot, a medium dot, a bigger dot. Of course, if you got it all the way down, you're working your Jake brake. Just to give you rough general idea of how it works. If you were to break this down in percentages, you would be at 33%. One click up, you'd be at 66. All the way up, you would be maxed out using your engine brake. Flashers. This is your air. One thing about these trucks is to turn the air on in the back, you have to make sure you have it on here. As you see, it is off. When I hit that button, that comes on. You hear the air kick in. Turn it off. Make sure you if you ever have a problem with your air, you can't get your air to work in the back of a truck like this, make sure that this is pushed in. Aux cord, this USB. You can charge your phone through this USB, but it'll give you this crazy prompt on your phone, or at least it does mine. Anyway, we're going to continue on traction control. I'll be honest with you, I don't know right now what that is because I'm too tired. I don't mess with any of these. Sleeper, you could turn the light on in the sleeper here. You see it, watch right here, it's on, off. This is how you start the regen. I've got a load gauge. If you're familiar with these trucks have these safety features on them that one, if you get too close to somebody from the behind them, you've got a sensor that tells you how far behind you are of somebody, and depending on how fast y'all are going, if it's a safe distant traveling speed, it'll start beeping really loud if you're getting too close. You'll also notice or know, if you're familiar with these trucks, that if you get over on one side of the road too much and you're going over one of the lines, you've got these speakers in here, one for the passenger, one for the driver's side. They go off. So if you're riding the solid line on the passenger side speaker will go off. If you're going over the dotted line, which would be on your driver's side, the driver's side speaker would go off if you're not using your turn signal. Now, if you've got your turn signal engaged, they won't go off. To turn that feature off, this little switch right here. I hit it down, it's off, now it's on. And you can turn it off, hitting it up as well. Over here, this is your engine override. This is your air dump, your fifth wheel slide, and your differential lock. This is an automatic truck. You can see I've got 2 cup holders. And one thing I do like about this is this right here. Press it in, and you've got this whole table that comes out. Goes right back in. Glove box, you got a cup holder down there, storage in the doors. I think that's it. One thing that I equip on my truck is these side storage. You can buy these, are $20 at TA Petro. I don't think Love sells them. It's actually longer than what you may be able to see. That part, there's a part that was under the second row of storage compartments here. I ended up having to cut it off because I carry a metal paperwork holder, clipboard type deal, and these corners had ripped the stitching, and so it wasn't holding up, so I ended up having to cut it off. But these are a lot bigger. They clamp on your arm, and I bought this because as I'm driving down the road, if I needed something, I could reach over and grab it instead of being on the back of the chair. And because I do carry passengers sometimes with me, then that would be inconvenience to have it on the chair. And it's my little trash bag. And I got a couple flashlights, knives, Tide pen, wide out, toothpick, tire marker. You've seen me use this in previous videos. This is definitely one of the tools of the trade that you need to have. Medicine, little body spray, stuff like that. And we're gonna go on to the back. You see, I got a nice, neat bed. Now, if you're used to turn this around. If you're used to Freightliner or one of my favorite trucks, which is a Western Star, you're gonna be really used to the amount of space that you get in those trucks. Peterbilt, every Peterbilt, they're just known to not have a lot of room. I felt really claustrophobic when I got in this truck. I've gotten used to it. It's not as bad as it used to be. One thing that I don't like is this lump right here. I wish they didn't make that. I hope y'all are seeing this. I wish they didn't make that right there. It'd just be one solid floor. But for their design, when you pull these curtains, it's supposed to like seal it down there to keep the sunlight out. I don't like it, because if you're not careful, you'll catch your foot and you'll trip. This is your big main storage compartment. Like I said, I cleaned most of my stuff out, so you're not going to see it being fully equipped. But I do got my bag and my hygiene bag in here. As you know, you can't see it, and hold on. You got you a closet rack in here. You can hang your shirts or coats or whatever. I did have a raincoat, a couple long sleeve shirts, and it might have been something else. I don't know. I had a spare cover down here, and so this was could fit all of my stuff in it pretty good, and still had space left over. We do have a mirror. We've got another little storage compartment here. This truck does have a TV mount in it. These Peterbilts have storage spaces down through there. There's actually a cup holder. You can barely kind of see it. You got a vent. You see this strap? I'll show y'all. To get this down, a lot of people have a really hard time with this. You can't barely pull it. You gotta pop it. And there's your other bed. I don't like this kind of mattress. They suck. They've got this hard middle seam crest in it, and it's very irritating. They need to, when they design these, they need to put a like some type of bracket right here that's not going to allow the mattress to slide, because when you go to close this and lock it, sometimes the mattress will get caught on those brackets. And while we've got this down, you'll see that on each end you've got a vent, and you've got a light that you can manually turn off and on. It's on both sides, and you've got a latch both sides. When you put this up, slam it, that way it locks. You got your grab handle. There's just some flaws on these 579 Pete's. I wish wasn't here, and it would make these trucks really good. And y'all are seeing all my fat. I'm gonna take y'all through the rest of this storage area, because the compartment that I forgot to show in the last video that I made of this was this down here, and it really irritated me that I missed it. Right here's your fridge though. Like I said, I've cleaned everything out. I had problems with this truck, and the food got ruined because the batteries got drained somehow by sitting. I don't know, and no, I haven't cleaned it. But I know you're sitting here wondering, well, what's all this black stuff? You know, you're dirty. No, this black stuff right here actually comes from putting aluminum cans out of the box on this shelf. The metal that's on the bottom of those cans and these, when it rubs, this is what you get, is this black stuff. And I'm sure there's a cleaning chemical out there that you can spray in that to get it, you know, to clean up real nice. I don't know what it would be called. Right here, you got your little freezer. This is an actual freezer. You could probably fit maybe 2 TV dinners in there. No problem. Now, here's kind of like my pride and joy storage compartment. This is what I love, because this is like my little pantry, and you can put your canned goods down in here. I've got some raviolis. I've been on a soup diet, so these raviolis have actually been on this truck for quite some time now, and I keep them. I haven't thrown them away. I've kept them on here simply because I may run out of soup, and I'm not going to completely starve myself because I'm on a soup diet, and I will have something to eat. So this is like my little pride and joy storage compartment. Coming over here to this side, as you see, I keep some weights. I can do a little something while I'm sitting. This is like my other side of the pantry. Crackers, container of plasticware, bread. I'm not going to pull this out, but this is where I keep like my peanut butter, cereal cups. If you don't know what I'm talking about, cereal cups, if you go to Walmart, go to cereal, they're like $1. They're cups of cereal. I put in there, I've got some styrofoam bowls, crackers. I like peanut butter crackers and all that stuff in there. That's kind of like my junk bin down there. I've got an external speaker, and just like I said, it's just junk. Right here, this is another pull-out table that you can eat on. If you carry a laptop, you can put your laptop on here. You've got storage under here, a pen holder. I've actually got some trip envelopes there I didn't know I had. That would have been nice to know a couple months ago when I ran out. Anyway, got a little storage there. You do have a lot of storage in this truck. Like I said, despite the few little flaws that I personally have, this truck is really great. You've got 2 cup holders right here. You've got a little cubby hole there. You've got 2 cigarette lighters here. This is how you work the air back here. As you can see, I'm turning this on. No air is coming on. You can do whatever you want to. It's not coming on. This is your light here. You can turn it. It's a dual switch, so you can flip it on right there before you come back here. When you get back here, you can flip it off. This is down position, so it came on. This is a door lock. You can only lock it. You cannot unlock it. Your doors. So you can lay back here and hit that to double check, make sure your doors are locked. This is one of 2 alarms and clocks on this truck. The other one is on that dash cam, or not the dash cam, the touch screen up there. This is how you turn your AP unit on. Of course, the truck would have to be turned off, and you would just hit the main power button, and then you would come over here, APU, turn it on. You would set your like your fan speed here, what you want it to do. So AC, defrost, heat, fan, and your temperature. It's real simple to use, Thermo King. If you get a fault in the system, this will light up red. Means you can't use it until you get it figured out of what's wrong with it. But I'm gonna show y'all. See, this is off. Now it's on, and that's how you know it's on, because these will light up. Now I can turn it on, off, air, heat, whatever. You've got another little light down here, and that's another thing about the Pete. This truck, it does got plenty of light options on it. You've got one more storage compartment here. It's real small, dual shelf. You see I keep got some cleaning supplies in here. I did leave those in here, but I did have like my paper log book. Of course, you always want to keep a paper log book. Even though you're running ELDs, you want to keep a paper log book, simply because if the ELD goes down, you do have a backup plan. And I did keep some books, a knife, and some other little stuff in there. As far as, you know, all the storage compartments go, that's really about it. I do have this microwave shelf. It's got a strap that you can strap the microwave into. Pound and Beach, this is actually a good microwave. This microwave is better than the one I got at the house. That's what I tell everybody. If you're going to put a microwave in this truck, what I did was I went to Walmart and bought a cord like this. It's just a 3-pronged deal. It's like 6 foot, and I tucked it in behind a little bit, ran it down under my bed, and there's like a metal frame that runs along here, and it's laid on top of it and wraps around one of the support bars underneath this bed on the back side, and plugs into my AP unit, or not my AP unit, my power inverter, which you would have seen when I showed y'all this side compartment. It was being under there. So that's really about it, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Overall, Peterbilt, the 579 model, is fairly decent. I did have my dad riding with me. A little tight, you know. It was a little tight, but we made do. It was real comfortable. These are pretty good, smooth trucks. It is what it is. Everybody's got the personal preference. Like I told you at the beginning of this, I'm a Western Star kind of guy. I didn't really like Peterbilt until I took this one, and the only reason I took this one, not because it was an automatic. I hate automatics. This one had the spotlights, the chicken lights, all that cool stuff. It's got a chrome kit on it, so I have the truck right now that nobody else in the fleet has. This truck is the only one that's got those cool little things on it. This is Tuesday, so either tomorrow or Thursday will be my last day with PTI. This will be, like I said, one of the last videos I upload under the PTI company before I go to Tweety and we go to flatbed, and we really make some cooler stuff there. So if you've got any questions, feel free to ask me. You can comment on here. You can message me on Facebook if you got me. Add me on Snapchat. Wherever you got to add me to get a hold of me, do it. Ask me. I'll be more than happy to help y'all. Answer any questions. And we'll just see what we come up with down the road. God bless y'all. I love you. We're in Pauls Valley, Oklahoma today. I'm going to bed, do my 10-hour break. So I hope y'all have a good day. Like I said, God bless you. I love y'all. We'll see you down the road.